What the hell is up with all these leftists being so insensitive to the death of Charlie Kirk? You know the saying, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. So a San Diegan, yeah, someone from San Diego opened her pretty little mouth in a TikTok. And it ended up affecting her boyfriend's business. Yeah, watch. I would be so mad if my girlfriend would say anything and then my business suddenly just collapses because of the things that she said. Oh my god, dude, I would be so mad. Okay, so this is what it says. Charlie Kirk hater who ruined her boyfriend's business in vile rant whines about cancel culture. This is how it goes. The girlfriend of a California electrician who tanked his business overnight after making remarks about the killing of Charlie Kirk has doubled down on her comments. For real, if you have nothing nice to say, you're better off not saying anything at all because a slip of the tongue can ruin your boyfriend's business. Instead, she declared that all she could offer Kirk were thoughts and prayers, just as she claimed he can only offer after the nation's frequent school shootings. Her video amassed millions of views and hundreds of angry comments, all while people quickly tracked down her boyfriend's electrical business. Her life has been thrown into literal hell. We have been traumatized and stripped of our privacy, all because I said Charlie Kirk, who did not believe in empathy himself, did not have mine, Farina said in the video shared on Friday. Let's check the video. Let's see.
Offering him the same thought. Wednesday, September 10th.
Let's check out this delicious tea.
When Charlie Kirk was shot, I posted a video offering him the same and prayers that he offered after every child was senselessly gunned down while at school. Within an hour, and before any condition was known on Charlie, I posted a follow-up video expressing why I felt the way I did, and even ended with, I hope Charlie Kirk makes a full recovery and goes on to become a gun violence advocate. Since if you have watched any of the videos on my page, you would know I stand firmly on not being violent and that violence is not the way we are going to fix things in this country. Well, since I posted those two videos, my life has been completely turned upside down and I have been thrown into what I can only explain as literal hell.
Dude. Let's see.
First, my address was leaked, and then all of my family's personal information followed. My boyfriend's company, again, I said he's my boyfriend, he is not my husband, that has absolutely nothing to do with TikTok, with my TikTok account, or social media, or politics in general, has been defamed and slandered. Calls and negative reviews started pouring in by the thousands.
That's so unfair. That's so unfair. Look, that's unfair. That's so unfair to the boyfriend. The boyfriend was just the right person in the wrong position at the wrong time.
Showed up to his company, entered his private office, and verbally assaulted him. My child, and my family's lives have been threatened thousands of times.
Thousands of times, dude. That's insane.
I have received text messages and emails saying I should be raped and murdered, and that people are coming to my house, say my address, and then say they are coming to spray it with bullets. MAGA protesters have shown up to my...
Oh my god, dude, that's crazy. Sorry, I accidentally pressed the back button. Yeah.
And all of my family's personal information followed. My boyfriend's company, again, I said he's my boyfriend, he is not my husband, that has absolutely nothing to do with TikTok, with my TikTok account, or social media, or up to his company, entered his private office and verbally assaulted him. My child, and my family's lives have been threatened thousands of times. I have received text messages and emails saying I should be raped and murdered, and that people are coming to my house, say my address, and then say they are coming to spray it with bullets. MAGA protesters have shown up to my house, driven through my private neighborhood, sent me hate mail, left notes on my boyfriend's office, and my own neighbor has offered to share my whereabouts with the internet. Yes, you heard that correctly. My neighbor has offered to share my whereabouts with the internet.
This is like a version of gang stalking, don't you think? Like, this is literally a version of gang stalking.
We have been traumatized and stripped of our privacy, all because I said Charlie Kirk, who did not believe in empathy himself, did not have mine. I think the most ironic thing is that my life and my family's lives have been torn apart over my words on the internet by the very people who support Charlie Kirk and are always yelling the loudest about their First Amendment right and freedoms of speech. And while I realize and believe strongly that words have consequences, there is nothing that I did or said that even deserved a percentage of what happened to me and my family.
According to the article, she didn't look like she did anything too crazy. You know, I feel that she just said it right at the point where everyone was super sensitive and super upset about what happened to Charlie Kirk. You know, like she should have waited a little bit. But man, people are pissed.
And I know I am not the only one whose life has been destroyed over this. Hundreds, if not thousands, of other content creators on this very app have been fired from their jobs and doxxed. And I must say, that really terrifies me because it makes it clear that these people only want us to have the First Amendment right and freedom of speech.
What's happening to these people is terrifying. It really is terrifying. She's a targeted individual. By the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about, gang stalking is something really similar, but the goal is to drive someone crazy. Look, the fact that there are so many people involved will make sure that this person, cannot pinpoint at any particular person, and they do things that are borderline illegal. So notice that the star rating of her boyfriend's business is going down because of a bunch of people. That's gang stalking. That's gang stalking. Gang stalking is when a bunch of people conglomerate to destroy someone. That's exactly what's happening to her. That's gang stalking, dude.
When it fits their narrative. That is not the country I was born in, and that is certainly not the country I want to raise my child. So today I come to you with a few calls to action. First, if you or anybody you know has been doxxed, harassed, threatened, or fired, please reach out to me via email at I'veBeenDoxxed2 Secondly, please consider attending your local no.
I've been doxxed2 at gmail.com. Oh my god, dude. That's too good, dude. Hell no.
Part 2 protest on October 18th. And third, if you are a California resident, please get out and vote yes in person on November 4th on Prop 50, the Election Rigging Response Act. I'll end with this. Right now, the most important thing we can do is support each other. Fascism hates community. So right now, we must build community.
How many followers does she have? Oh my god, look, she has 600,000 followers. That's crazy. That's a lot of followers. Oh my god. Dang, dude. Well, coming back. The article continues. I think the most ironic thing is that my life and my family's lives have been torn apart over my words on the internet by the very people who support Charlie Kirk and are always yelling the loudest about their First Amendment right, she added. She's so pretty. In her video, Farina claimed the media would only focus on Kirk's death. So yeah, I care about the innocent children who go to school to learn, to get an education, who are children, minors, who are senselessly gunned down at school for doing nothing, for wanting to go and learn, the mother stated. Okay, so wait, why are you gonna blame Kirk for radicalized children going down and shoot up a school? I feel that that's because one of the things that Charlie Kirk said was that the school shootings are a small price to pay for keeping our right to bear arms. The truth is that school shootings should not be thought of as the price to pay for our right to bear arms. The truth is that people who intend to shoot schools would do damage anyways. If it wasn't a gun, it would be a knife. Let me see if I can confirm my theory. Look, let's see. Before school shootings, were there school stabbings? Hang on. Let me try another. Let me look up something else. Was there mass killings with other weapons in school before school shootings? Look, listen to this. Watch. Let's see what the AI says. Yes, mass killings involving weapons other than guns occurred in schools before the modern era of school shootings. I told you. If it's not a gun, it's gonna be something else. In the United States, the deadliest school massacre actually involved bombings. Dude, bombings. bombs, and was committed decades before the rise of school shooting. Violence in schools, including stabbings, beatings, and arson, also has a long history. The most infamous example of a mass killing in school before the modern age of school shootings is the Bath school disaster in Bath Township, Michigan. Method: school board member Andrew Cahoe detonated bombs placed in the basement of the Bath Consolidated School after murdering his wife and setting his own farm on fire. Well, this is a board member. Victims: the attack killed 38 children, 6 adults, and injured 58 others. Kehoe then blew up his car, killing himself and 4 others. Look, 1996, 2001, long before school shootings became common, violence and mass stabbings occurred. Boom, what did I tell you? Violence in American schools. Look, there was also a school massacre on 2001. Violence, rebellion, and even mass attacks in schools were not uncommon in early American history. See, these things have been a part of American history since the beginning of schools. 1764, Native Americans killed a schoolmaster and between 9 and 10 children in a Pennsylvania schoolhouse. The attack involved guns, blood, goings, and scalping. Oh my god, they were like Native Americans, dude. How do you say that? Hang on. Bludgeoning? Bludgeoning. If it's not a gun, it's gonna be something else. It's better for there to be guns than there to be freaking bombs, dude. Like, for real, like, a bomb could kill even more students in one go. I personally believe that it is better, if I have to pick between the two, I would rather have a shooting than a bomb explosion at a school. I'm not saying that I prefer one or the other. Well, that's what I said, dude. Hang on. I feel that the probability of surviving is greater if there is a mass shooting instead of a mass bombing. That's my input. So I don't agree that protecting our right to bear arms is, I don't think that the cost of keeping the right to bear arms is mass shootings. That's another name for mass bombings, mass stabbings. If it's not a gun, it's going to be something else. That's just how it is. It has always been like that. Okay, so now we're back at the article. Sorry, when my excitement about the topic goes up, I start talking really fast and it simply comes out sloppy, my language. I am unable to enunciate everything that I want to enunciate. So I apologize. I am still working on my delivery. So let's keep reading. I lose my sympathy a little bit when someone uses his entire life and his entire platform to spread racism, hate, bigotry, misogyny, anti-trans, anti-gay rhetoric. I mean everything you can imagine this man has done, she added. Then she quoted Kirk's words after the 2023 Nashville school shooting, where he defended gun deaths as a prudent deal for Second Amendment rights. I understand where she's coming from, but holding something one said in a debate when you're full of adrenaline, when there's a lot of people watching, and when the team or the spirit of the group is in you, not everything that you say is going to be what you mean. Look, everyone says things when they are under pressure, especially when they are being put in the spotlight. Unless you have rehearsed everything that you are going to say, I bet that what he said, what Kirk said about a prudent deal for Second Amendment rights was the Nashville 2023 school shooting. I bet that wasn't something that he thought through. I know what he meant, but putting it in those words, it's something that if he would go back and actually take the time to, like, if he had the opportunity to say that again, he wouldn't put it like that, because that man is smarter than me. And even I know that is not how you put something like that. Unless what he wanted was to create a lot of impact, then I understand where that came from. But he would have probably come to a better explanation of what I just told you. About if it's not guns, they're going to be bombs. So this is the boyfriend. The logo is killer. That's a cool logo. Look at all the 1 stars, dude. I didn't feel comfortable putting my family's lives in the hands of someone who is so cavalier about people dying. What is cavalier? I've known cavalier as a car. Hang on. So like nonchalant?
Cavalier.
A supporter of King Charles in the English Civil War. Royalist. Showing a lack of proper concern. Showing a lack of proper concern. I like that word. She ruined him and his business bad. Not all opinion has to be uploaded, especially the negative one. Yeah. Someone's dad and husband just passed. She should be more sensitive as she has a husband and a kid. I agree with her. Thoughts and prayers. You want people to trust you coming into their homes and claim to hold strong family values. Your wife's video shows otherwise. Regardless of your political views, 2 children lost their dad. A wife lost her husband in a political assassination. Yeah. Their lives will forever be changed, and the video of their dad dying will haunt them. Yeah. Think about your words and actions before posting something online. Online is forever. Do better. That comment actually got me to the heart. It really did. Like, imagine your children watching that, dude. Oh my god, dude. I felt that right in the heart, dude. Right in the feels. If his work is based on how he picks his partner, select a different electrician. Thoughts and prayers. Oh my god. Definitely not family oriented as they claim to be. At least not when it comes to families who believe differently from themselves. All this. Ad hominem. Ad hominem. They should separate his job from I guess from his personal life. I guess that having an influencer wife can make life significantly more challenging. But I understand because you have to allow someone into your home. You know, if you allow someone into your home, you hope that they would have good family values. I understand that. I really understand that. You have to protect. You have to protect your safe space. But these reviews are not reviews because of the husband himself in his own business. You know, I think this is unfair. But look, at least here, Farina said she asserted that she truly hopes Kirk makes a full recovery, so he can hopefully become a gun control advocate. So that's crazy, dude. Ending on a defiant note, Farina said the best thing those who would have been dogs can do is stick together because, in her words, fascism hates community. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. I am your host, Efren Rodriguez Guerrero. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you guys. Like, I'm loving this, dude. I'm loving doing this. Guys, why am I loving this so much? I'm having like a blast reporting this for you. Wow. If you guys are enjoying this content, please don't forget to subscribe, drop a like, or drop a comment. I am your host, Efren Rodriguez Guerrero, and I post content about the news, about health, about fitness, and I will always relentlessly encourage you to chase your dreams relentlessly. Okay? I love you. Bye. Take care.